Hello and welcome. You're watching dbmnTv. This is Abigail R. Kharmalim bringing to you the Salesian news across the globe. On April 27 and 28, a meeting of the Salesian Network of Brazil (RSB) was held at the RSB headquarters in Brasilia with the participation of the male and female provincials of Brazil, the executive directors of the RSB and representatives of the sectors, Youth Ministry, Communication, Schools and Social Action. Sister Paula Batagliola, FMA Visiting Counselor, and Father Gabriel Romero, SDB Counselor for the South Cone America region, who have accompanied the network's journey over the years, also took part in the meeting. The meeting was preceded by the meetings of the male provincials, CIS Brazil, and the female provincials, CIB. In all the meetings, it was possible to appreciate the richness of the Salesian mission in the different areas, which in this post-pandemic period continues to grow creatively thanks to the commitment of so many consecrated and lay people from the 10 SDB and FMA provinces that make up the network. The ability to work together and the great benefits that the Salesian synergy brings for the good of young people was appreciated. On April 26, the Institute of the Daughters of Mary Help of Christians celebrated World Appreciation Day around Mother General Mother Kaira Kazwala. The Salesian family joined in the special celebration of gratitude to Mother General for her task of animating and governing the FMA Institute in the spirit of St. John Bosco and St. Mary Dominica Mazzarello. The event was centered on the motto, "With Mary, we generate a culture of peace." The Eucharistic celebration was presided over by Father John Gairo Gomez Rua, Superior of the Salesian Province of Bogota, COB, and concelebrated by various Salesians who, in the clear sign of fraternity and communion, celebrated and thanked God for the service of Mother Kaira Kazwala and for the mission carried out in the FMA world. On April 27, Salesians from the AFC EST delegation, through the Emergency Coordination for Displaced Persons, distributed a food ration consisting of cornmeal, beans, cooking salt, vegetable oil and soap to 320 families in Kanyaru Chinya camp, north of Goma. The distribution was facilitated by the help of Missiones Salesianos, the Salesian Mission Office in Madrid. The beneficiaries were the most vulnerable people in the camp, including the elderly, disabled, mothers and pregnant women. Father Augustin Mupoyi, SDB Supervisor of Emergency Actions for Displaced Persons, promised to express his gratitude to the coordinating members and benefactors. This is the third time the Salesians have assisted especially the most vulnerable people in the camp with food and basic necessities. The last time was during the period of the Great Famine that hit the camp occupants earlier this year. Moreover, this distribution of food rations by the Salesians comes just a week after the one made in Shasha in favor of the displaced people who settled in the courtyard of the Salesian work Don Bosco, Shasha. This IDP camp is the first and largest official camp for IDPs in Rutshuru and Nyiragongo territories, 70 and 40 kilometers north of Goma city respectively. Despite being an officially recognized camp, assistance is sporadic and from isolated donors. The peace and stabilization process has stalled and is preventing some 8 lakh displaced people from returning to their homes and ending the almost inhumane camp conditions in which they live on a daily basis. The training of the trainers was organized by the SPC SA Salesian family at Don Bosco Provincial House Matthias Institute, Maulai, Shillong from 24 to 28 April 2023. The theme was Catechesis of a Synodal Church, a paradigm shift towards solidarity and communion. There were 30 participants from the members of the Salesian family, SDBs Dimapur, Guwahati, New Delhi and Shillong, FMAs Shillong, MSMHCs Guwahati, Kolkata, Tezpur, Tinsukia and Shillong, SMIs, VSDBs and Ursulines. Sister Christina Minsong, MSMHC, the Assistant General of the Missionary Sisters of Mary Help of Christians, was the main coordinator of the whole program. Father Biju Michael, the Regional Superior for South Asia, Sister Mabel Dhar, the Mother General of the Visitation Sisters of Don Bosco, Sister Maria Goretti Sangma, the MSMHC Provincial of Shillong Province, and others who were present for the inaugural function. There were 7 resource persons who animated, guided and directed the whole training program. The trainers visited Verta and also the Don Bosco Media Network TV channel of the stations in Shillong. Managing Director of Don Bosco Media Network, dbmnTv, animated on how to use social media for ministry in their work for evangelization. Later, practical sessions were also given on how to use minimum technology for ministry. The individually directed silent retreat of the participants has ended just recently. They were accompanied by 5 retreat guides. It was a grace-filled experience for everyone, more than what they hoped for or ever imagined. Father Emilito Rasilis, Vice Provincial of FIS Province, described his retreat experience in the homily he delivered during a Mass in the retreat. During this guided retreat, we have been feeding ourselves not only with the bread of life in the daily Eucharist, but also with the word of life that our spiritual guides have been suggesting to us to reflect upon prayerfully. It feels so refreshing, so enlightening, and so nourishing to the soul. I feel like borrowing the words of the psalmist in today's liturgy. How shall I make a return to the Lord for all the good He has done for me? We are thankful to the team for creating the school and for organizing an English version of this program, especially right here, where our spiritual father Don Bosco was born and learned the basics of spiritual accompaniment. I feel we are truly blessed to be in this program, and I just wish all Salesians, if not at least many more conference, will be given an opportunity to undergo a formative experience similar to this. Furthermore, he added that this retreat has confirmed for me that one of the traits of a good spiritual guide is his ultra-sensitivity to the Holy Spirit. And our prayer is that hopefully the congregation will soon have many more competent spiritual guides to help young people discover their true vocation in life, help other conference discern God's will to persevere in their vocation, and thus produce many more saints for the church and the congregation for the glory of God and the salvation of souls. Now the participants are entering the 3rd week of the course, accompanied through the places of Don Bosco, where he learned to be accompanied, to be discerning and to follow the will of God. So viewers, with that we have come to the end of today's edition. Till we meet again, thank you for joining us.